Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. I'm back and I'm gonna continue from where I started. Oh, sorry, from where I stopped. What is my problem in this universe? Okay, it's getting locked out. There we go. So we're gonna continue with this command, which is man pages. So man pages, they actually has a definition in Linux, and I'm gonna show it to you right away. You go to search this Google, or do you call it, a Firefox, a browser. It's complaining something is not closed properly, which is not my problem. You're gonna search man pages Linux. Okay, so we come here. We're just gonna read this. I'm just gonna read out. Man pages are online reference manuals, each of which covers a specific Linux command. The man pages are read from the terminal, and then they are presented in the same layout. So a typical man pages cover the synopsis, description, and all things of the file, which this is completely not helpful. So as I told you, man pages, they are basically a manual on how to use something. Okay, for example, if you buy a refrigerator, it's gonna come with a manual page, right? So even here too, the man stands for manual, and we call it man pages. So each command in Linux, like if I say each, I mean 99% of the command, they have a man page. It's basically a page of the description of where these commands they are, what you do with them, and how to use them. And sorry, last video I was listening to the video to myself. I feel like I'm talking fast, so I'm gonna talk a little bit slowly right now. So the man pages, as I told you, they are manual pages. For example, let me go back home. I made a mistake. I typed something else. Okay, you know, like ls is a command, right? cd is a command, rm is a command. All those things, they are command. Okay, so let's assume I want to know like more about this command. For example, rm. So I'm gonna say man and then rm, like this. So if I press this, it's gonna show me the manual page of this command. You see the name of this command. What is this? rm. It's remove files or directories, and the synopsis of how do you use it, it's like this. You say rm, and then you say the option, and then you say the name of the file. Okay, and then you have the description of it, and then you have options. As I told you, command in Linux, they have options. For example, here where I told you options -l, -l, -d, -a, that a lot of them. Okay, so sometimes when you forget how to do something, you can just search for manual page of the thing, and boom, you don't have to remember everything, right? That's why manual pages exist. Okay, this is the options for rm. If you scroll up, you're gonna see rm here, it's written, and then you're gonna see all the things here. Come here, you see a lot of things. It's even gonna show you how to use the command. For example, if you want to remove something, okay, you see rm, this full all these things, and it's gonna ask you, for example, a copyright. You can see these ones as well if you want to see them, and you can see the person that write the thing, the person that invented the software, and you can see if it has a bug, you can report it. You see like this. And if you want to close this manual page, you can see it down here, manual page rm1. This is line, press h for help or q to quit. So if you press q right now, the man page is gonna close. You see, it's gone. So these are manual pages. They are very simple, actually. They are very simple, but yet so powerful. That's all I'm trying to show you. And for example, you see we have man rm, right? Let's say we have man cd as well. You see, that's what I told you. 99% of the commands, they have manual pages, but for some reasons cd doesn't have manual page. You know why? Because cd is only one command, and then it doesn't have an option, it doesn't have anything. So that's why it doesn't have a manual page. So let's say man ls. You see ls, it has a manual page. You see it's a list directory contents, and the way you use it is ls, and then you say the option, and then you can say the file name. You understand, right? Sometimes you want to say only for the one file, and this is the descriptions, and these are the options. For example, if you remembered here, we touch some of these options. For example, -l, I told you list all files. Okay, so here too, say list all, ignore entries starting with dot. So this list all of them. Dash capital A2, it's gonna tell you it's almost the same thing. And then dash author, like dash dash author is basically to tell you who is the owner of the file, which is here. If you can remember it, I told you this one. It's gonna list a lot of things, display, and it's gonna display the timestamp of the file. Dash base and escape. Like, to be honest, even me too right now, a lot of these commands I don't know how to use them because I never used them before. Like, sorry, not command, a lot of options. For example, this one, like dash f or dash something like this, something weird. So that is why the manual page exists. But maybe at some point you will need them, so you can just come to manual page and search for them. You see, all it has a lot of options, 100 of them. You see them, multiple of them, but how many of them did I know? Probably maybe I know maybe 6 7, and that's the only ones I use. So that's how it goes. It is what it is. You don't have to know everything. All what you know, you just have to know how to search things, and it's gonna work. You see, and this is the structure of the manual pages. They are all like this: author, and then reporting bugs and all that. And if I want to close, I can press Q. If I press Q, it's closed already. So honestly, this video it's gonna be very short, and then I'm gonna come back and then I'm gonna do another video as well, because this one is very important as well. These are like the basic things. So manual pages for these commands. Use it by man, and then sorry, so like this, and then you're gonna see command. And by the way, if you see me writing something inside this quote brackets, I am just, you write them universally like this, so that when I go online and then I'm searching for like a solution, when I see something inside this greater than or less than, I know that I have to substitute this greater than or less than, and they write only my own command. For example, here you see MB, and then I put all these things. I put closing quotes and opening quotes. I'm just writing them for you because I wanted you to know how things looks in real world. So I guess manual page is very simple, honestly. We are for this one. So you see, we actually even have a man. We even have a manual page for the actual manual page command. I even doesn't know it. As you can see here too, is a manual page of this man command as well. It has a lot of options. If you want to use some of them, which I haven't used any of them until now, let's be honest, which I don't think you're gonna use them anytime soon. You see a lot of them. I'm scrolling. There's too many informations. It's thousands of them. So it is how many lines? It is 700 lines for only this one. So that's too many things, right? So I'm gonna press Q and quit it. So for example, man mkdir. You see, mkdir stands for make directories. It can have an option, and the next thing is directory. You see all these things, very simple. A manual page, it's very powerful. As long as you know the command name, if you want to do something else, you can just search for a lot of things. How to do this in the manual pages, you can just read it and understand it. So I'm going to stop this video, and then I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to do this command. Let me show it to you. This one too is very important. Who and who am I? Because you always want to know who you are, right? So like this.